All right, so welcome back. This is episode 15 of Rotten Beans. Hopefully you guys are having a great December so far. Welcome back. All right, so for this,
we got him back too.
Oh yeah, we got our one of our members back.
We got Jam back.
He was on vacation.
He was on vacay, enjoying Mexico, right?
I was in Cancun, laid up on the beach.
He was running from the law.
24/7. 24/7.
Someone else was running from the law.
Not yet. That was following.
Hey,
Yeah, talk about that. I was just kidding.
All right, so welcome back. All right, so before we dive into it, this week we're gonna let's go into our introductions. I go by AP.
Like this.
Oh, fuck
Okay.
it. Go.
I'm George.
I'm Kenny.
I'm Jam.
Whoa.
And we are Rotten Beans.
What kind of order was that?
No, he cut me. That's why.
I know.
Last
We
week,
went bam, bam,
last
bam,
week you
bam.
said Inek, huh?
Inek?
Oh, yeah, because I said it backwards.
Inek.
Kevertzilla. All right, so
Mike Hawk.
all right, so for this week we're gonna be we got a subscriber request, so we got George from Southern California
Salinas.
that sent over a request to do Gladiator, which is an all-time classic. So we're gonna be doing Gladiators 1 and 2.
This
which
week
is
is one.
Yeah, this week we're covering 1. All right, so a quick synopsis. Do you want to go for it?
Yeah, I'll do it. Let me pull it real quick.
All right.
But yeah, this was filmed by Ridley Scott, huh?
This was directed by Ridley Scott. Yeah. He came back for number 2 too.
What other movies did he do like back then?
To be honest, I don't know.
No. All right. So Gladiator 1 is set in Roman times. The story of a once powerful general forced to become a common gladiator. The emperor's son is enraged when he is passed over as heir in favor of his father's favorite general.
That's right.
He kills his father in arrogance. And arranges the murder of the general's family. And the general is sold into slavery to be trained as a gladiator. But his subsequent popularity in the arena threatens the throne.
There it is. All right, so classic movie. So before we dive into like a very detailed explanation of the movie, let's get into some initial thoughts. So what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about the movie?
I think it was a strong movie overall. I did like the themes of like family, like he was just trying to be like
Revenge and shit.
his brotherhood. Yeah, revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
So,
Gladiator
solid.
Brotherhood and all that. Yeah.
Solid. I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. This is probably the first time I've ever seen this movie.
Really?
I've
Wow.
heard about it so many times, bro. But I remember when I first saw it, it was like fucking 3 hours or like 2 hours and a half. And I was like, holy shit. The thing is, too, with me, ever since doing this podcast, I never really liked
Old movies.
like
Really?
like no,
Fuck,
not
that's
old
like
movies
the
like
golden.
that. Like not meaning like I don't like like
Old-
Roman
like
shit,
classics,
like
man?
Roman
Oh,
Roman
history.
stuff, like history stuff, because I'm like, bro, like yeah, it's cool and all that, but like I don't know. But I will say when it got good, but when it was boring, it was boring. It had its parts, but like the fight scenes and all that were fucking great.
Oh, yeah,
I think everything was like, I think it was really like cool, like the whole story behind it, like how like, of course we're not talking more in detail about it, but I think. Yeah, like I actually did enjoy it. Like I would watch it again. It was pretty
Dude,
good.
the fighting for back then, that was
Yeah.
badass.
I was gonna
That's
say.
why I liked it. That's why I liked about the fighting though.
Kenny's explanation is like exactly what fucking movie theaters or the issues with movies today are.
Whoa.
Like they just want to fucking focus. There's no more dialogue that's good anymore. But whatever, it is what it is. That's well, that's why they rank in the money. But you want to go for it?
I'll go first because I'm sure you're going to like it more than I did. I thought it was cool. I mean, I watched it a lot as a kid because it's
Mike, what's his name?
it's my dad's favorite movie.
What's his
One
name?
of his favorite movies.
What's
Who?
his name?
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
What'd you
Russell
say?
Oh, I was thinking of fucking what's his name? For Passion of the Christ. What's his name?
Oh my
Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Who'd you think it was earlier? You said it too.
I said the guy from Bounty Hunter. What's his name?
Gerard Butler. They're both from Australia, I think.
That's what I fucking thought.
They're both Australian.
I was
Yeah.
like, Gerard Butler? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's not him.
They should have
Yeah.
just remade Gladiator 2 with Gerard Butler.
That could have been better.
No, the thing is,
The
they're going with
Gladiator
somebody
2 kind
young.
of.
Gerard Butler was 300, huh?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Yeah.
They can't do that then.
No, I thought it was good. I do remember watching it as a kid. I'll be honest, as a kid, I think the only part I looked forward to watching was like the last, like when he's already in the arena, pretty much.
Are you not entertained?
I wasn't even in. That was the beginning of it. Probably like after.
That was like the
one
middle.
of the first fights. Yeah.
They make fun of that in Scary Movie, no?
Do they?
I don't know. They make fun of it somewhere.
Yeah.
It's one of the most famous clips.
Yeah.
They make fun of Russell Crowe a lot for fighting.
Yeah. In South Park.
Park.
Fighting around the world.
Yeah. And then one disturbing thing I remember from that movie as a kid is that he has a thing for his sister.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
This
dude.
dude
I always
really-
thought that was
That
weird.
is- yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that's why I kind of like never watched
Even in my notes, I put
the
this is an
beginning of
interesting
it.
fucking
Yeah.
movie.
Some fucking
But
incest.
it was good. It's entertaining.
The incest was good.
Nah,
That's
the
my
movie
favorite part.
itself. But I'm with Kenny. I'm not too big of a fan of like
Historical one.
that.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know what it
genre.
is.
Like, what's a historical movie you guys would say, like, you guys love? That's
Uh,
actually pretty accurate, not like 300.
McFarlane.
300 was fucking... that's historical,
Back
yeah.
to the Future.
Walkout.
Oh, Back
the
to the
Walkout
Future.
movie.
Stand and Deliver.
Nah.
Nah, but, like, those are
just
kind of
naming
like...
shit.
That's
now,
that's
I
still
guess.
historical, but, like, I'm talking about ancient
Like
history.
BC type shit. AD.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
That
I
one's
don't
set
really
in the
watch.
future.
Yeah.
That one's set in the
Fuck, I don't
future.
know.
I guess I don't really watch that many of
Historical ones,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like them, and that's all right. That's the fancy
It's
behind
because
it.
no. The thing is, it's because it's too.
Yeah.
Not at the museum.
No,
There's
'cause
some history
my
in
thing
that.
is it's too much. Sometimes they're like, oh, like they be saying some words. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like reading a Bible, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what is he trying to say?
It's just the wording.
The wording
like
of
it's always
it.
old English and shit. Like,
Yeah.
why does everybody talk English
Like
back in the
thou,
day?
Art thou.
The-
One thing
Yeah.
that reminds me is the Black Knight with Martin Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
he said that's his favorite Roman.
Right. It's all in England and shit.
That shit was fucking funny.
You know which one, Alan?
Yeah.
Black Knight.
Hell yeah, it's okay. Have you ever saw that one when it came out? Let's see. But
But
no.
I can't think of any movie that.
I know, like that.
Dude, I
my
used to
head.
rent that one from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
I remember when it used
Black
to
Knight.
come out.
I mean,
yeah.
but it's a war movie.
I forgot when it came out. Was it just early 2000s, Black Knight?
I
I'm
think
going
early-
on a tangent.
I think it's early 2000s.
I was small.
Yeah.
I was little.
I just remember renting it from Blockbuster. But yeah, you liked it.
Yeah. To answer your question,
I don't know.
I can't think of any.
I can't
movie,
really think of
Yeah.
anything as well.
Yeah,
What about you?
for me, well, I'm a history teacher, so I love
Yeah,
all
that's
this type
why.
of shit. So for me, it's
48.
Yeah, I'm 48. Yeah, it's a classic movie for me. Like, dude, the lines are like amazing, memorable. There's a lot of like when I rewatch it, I'm thinking like, fuck, this line is amazing. And I don't know, the action's great. Russell Crowe's the fucking shit. And dude, I just saw Gladiator 2. We'll go over it next week, but yeah, nothing close.
No.
Nothing close.
Well, how's well, I mean, I guess we could talk about it next week.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say this: it's not Russell Crowe. The main character does not capture what that food.
Wait,
did.
who is the main character? Pedro?
No, it's the little blonde
Paul?
kid.
Paul
Pedro-
Mescal?
Oh yeah, Paul Mescal.
Oh no, he comes out in the movie. He comes out in
It's
it.
a little blonde
What's it
kid.
called? No. He's talking about the actual actor
Lucius,
that played
Lucius,
the
right?
character.
Lucius is Paul
Oh,
Mescal.
he's like- His
Lucius
actual
becomes
name?
the main character in Gladiator 2. But you're talking about the actor that played Lucius, right?
Yeah, Paul Mescal.
Yeah. No, Pedro Pascal doesn't play Lucius.
No.
Paul
Paul
Mescal.
Mescal.
Oh, there's another
There's
dude
another
named
one, his
yeah,
name's
yeah.
Paul.
Dude, he was
He's-
so
he's
fucking
British.
Really?
He's cringy as fuck.
He's from Israel, I think.
Is he?
Is he?
I think so, but
Sure.
he's I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, dude. I thought he was cringy as fuck.
No,
but-
dude.
Really?
Actually, I think, dude. Honestly, only reason why, because I think he's a good actor. I remember I watched a show called Normal People, and he comes on there.
Well, Lucius was a little bitch though.
Yeah, he was.
In the movie,
But he did.
he was a
love-
little spoiled brat.
He did love
but-
Maximus, though. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I love Maximus.
Dude, the thing is that like, don't get me wrong, if this would have been a movie on its own, it would have been great, but you're fucking standing
Right.
next to one of the
Gladiator.
best and
Fucking
shit.
Denzel Washington.
That's probably why that is
Denzel, fuck, I didn't like his character.
Really?
Fuck, man,
I
this
still
whole
have not
fucking
watched it.
whatever. But
Yeah, we'll have a whole episode.
We'll have
for
a-
that.
yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll critique later. All right, so this is Gladiator 1. So our initial thoughts, there it is. So
Solid.
you guys want to go into a fucking detailed review into this shit?
Fuck it.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'll go ahead and start it off. So the whole movie is based off of begins off in 180 AD in Germania and shit. So Rome conquers a lot of land and they're invading the north. So Germania is, Middle Europe. And then they're invading. So the emperor at the time is Marcus Aurelius. Are you guys like familiar with that fool?
Mm-mm.
Like everybody quotes him so much. Have you guys ever read Meditations?
This whole time I thought he was Caesar.
Really? Well, he is. That's what they call the emperor.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's a
that's what
Caesar.
companies
So
do.
Yeah.
is this really a true story?
Well, Marcus Aurelius is a.
Or
Yeah,
based
there's
on real characters.
like
Rare-
of a
it's real-
beanie.
gladiator
Making fun.
fighting an emperor.
rare people in history.
His
Yeah.
fucking beanie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's happened before, like a gladiator fighting an emperor and shit.
But the characters in the movie, are they
Marcus Aurelius
based
is a
on,
real
like-
person. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Commodus, his son, I don't know enough to know if that was his. I'm pretty sure it
And
is.
Maximus the general.
Maybe. I don't know.
Sounds real.
But Marcus Aurelius is definitely real as fuck. Like, and everybody quotes him like a motherfucker. Like, you ever see those fools that are like in the gym and they quote like they're trying to be stoic and shit? Half of their quotes are from Marcus Aurelius.
I don't even know what the fuck.
The dude's
stoic
very
is.
yeah. Like they're trying to be like. I'm pretty sure you've seen it and shit. Like everybody just puts a quote and there's like a white sculpture in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, stoic.
I'll be honest. I don't know what that means.
He said, "Is that the bird that carries the baby?"
A stork. Yeah.
A fucking stork.
Yeah, so the movie starts off. The Emperor's Marcus Aurelius. He looks to end the fighting with the final attack. They're fighting. He's trying to invade all these people. Everybody surrender except his one fucking tribe, and he's trying to take them out.
Yep.
Russell Crowe comes out in the fucking movie, and he's super respected by everybody. He just walks in, and everybody just fucking calls him General, kneels down, total fucking badass. Like, dude, the intro to Russell Crowe, like, he does his signature. He's on one knee, he picks up the sand, and he just rubs it on his hands and shit. He does it at the very beginning, and just he looks all fucking serious into the horde. And that look alone, and his posture, and just how much of a fucking badass, just shits on fucking Gladiator 2 alone. That little fucking 10 seconds, shit all over fucking Gladiator 2.
Do you think soccer players got that from Russell Crowe? You know how you sweep the grass?
Maybe. Well, the thing
we're
is,
going
that,
to
like,
war.
Bro, I use that. I do that all the time.
Well, he did in 180 AD, so before soccer was invented. But yeah, dude. So he comes out. Everybody respects the shit out of him, and then they're just preparing the battle. They send over a messenger to talk to the barbarians, and they're waiting on the messenger. It's been over 2 hours, and then the messenger writes back, and then Russell Crowe says, "They say no," and then fucking the dude writes with no head. They chopped his head off and shit, and then yeah, so that means that they're ready to fight. And then Quintus, his aide or the person right next to him, says one of the most, like I said, this movie's filled with fucking memorable quotes. He says the first one, like, people should know when they're conquered and shit. That's fucking legendary right there. So they get ready to go to battle. He does his signature, bend one knee and grab the sand and smell it, rub it on his hands. Then he says another signature quote, strength and honor. He just keeps saying it, strength and honor, strength and honor.
That's his quote, huh?
He says it throughout the whole fucking movie. And then they even say it in Gladiator 2. Like, you know what the best part of Gladiator 2 was? Were the fucking flashbacks of Russell Crowe and shit. That's the best part. So he gives a badass speech to his soldiers about fighting and being remembered, and then he just says, like, if if you feel the warm sun in your eyes, that just means you're Elysium and you're all fucking dead, and they're all laughing and shit. They laugh about being dead. The battle begins, and Russell Crowe just kicks ass left and right, goes back and forth. There's a fucking sick ass scene of a dog going through fire and shit. And then they end up getting the victory. They get the dub. And they all start screaming Roma Victor. They just fucking won. Then Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, by the way, dude, this was his breakout role. This movie. He came out in a lot of movies in the 90s, but this is the one movie that made, like, skyrocketed.
He was a child actor, and then his brother died. No, he passed away.
Yeah, he
over
died
a
in that
drug.
club and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he stepped
Shit.
away.
What?
He stepped away.
So there was this famous club
is
in
when he
Hollywood
came
and shit. The Viper Room? Or something like
don't
that.
know. I don't
But only the biggest celebrities would go to this fucking club. And Joaquin Phoenix's brother overdosed in that shit.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
River Phoenix, right? River.
And
Yeah.
he moved. He stepped away, and then he came back, and then this was like his breakout role.
God
Yeah, dude.
damn.
And it was a good role, dude. He played
did.
a good bad guy.
Yeah, because I fucking hated him in this.
Fuck
fucking-
yeah.
I was
And
like,
then the
"Oh,
facial
you're a bitch."
expressions,
I swear, I was
everything.
like, you're a bitch, but fuck.
Yeah. He played a good bad
Fuck
guy.
that guy though. Fuck, man.
Yeah, so Joaquin Phoenix is riding out to the battlefield, and he talks about his father dying, wondering why him and his sister were being summoned, and he thinks that he's going to be appointed as the new emperor, right? So he thinks he'll be named the emperor. Phoenix shows up, and he ends up showing up to camp, and he tells them, "Where's my father?" And they say, "Oh, they're in the front. They've been out there for 19 days. He gets a horse, and he goes out there. And right when he arrives, it looks like he was expecting everybody to cheer him, but everybody was cheering fucking Russell Crowe and shit. And he gets super jealous of that fool.
Parallels.
Yeah. Then he greets his father, being his fake ass shit. And then he says another fucking famous quote, "Have I missed it? Have I missed the battle?" And his dad just tells him, "You missed the war, bitch." Like, you fucking pussy. And then his dad totally ignores his son's walk with him. And then he gets on his horse and he just fucking tells Russell Crowe, like, "Good job" and shit. They're having dinner. And Marcus and Phoenix, Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix start talking, And Joaquin Phoenix tells him like that the Senate needs to be destroyed and needs to be just the emperor, right? So this motherfucker's just trying to get rid of the republic. And so right away you could tell this motherfucker's ambitious, not a good sign. And Russell Crowe knows this. All right, Marcus Aurelius wants to talk with Russell Crowe, invites him over to his room, and he tells him like, "I want you to be the new emperor and shit." And then Russell Crowe just right away tells him, "Fuck no." And then that fool says, "That's the reason you need to be the emperor and shit, because you're the fucking great leader or whatever. You understand it. Everything's corrupt. It needs to be you." And then he tells him, "What about your son?" He's like, "That motherfucker. You see him? How fucking weird he is. That motherfucker's always eating his boogers and shit like that. He's too ambitious, right?" So he tells him, "I'm gonna tell him tomorrow. Whatever." So he tells him he wants to retire and wants to make Russell Crowe new emperor. Marcus then talks with Phoenix. So Marcus Aurelius the next day invites his son over, and then he tells him, "I'm making Russell Crowe the new emperor, not you, bitch." And then fucking Joaquin Phoenix gets into this fucking crying and shit like that. Dude, he does deliver like an amazing fucking... it was good dialogue because he tells him, "You wrote me a letter once and it said the 4 attributes. It should be wisdom, fortitude, and this, and that." And he says, "I found out right away. That's not me." And shit.
He did not say bitch, by the way.
Yeah.
This is back in...
He said bitches. But whatever. Bitching.
Art thou a bitch?
Well, they all fucking spoke Latin, so obviously we don't fucking know that shit.
They said 9.
Yeah.
They're like 9.
So he tells him, like, "I knew right away I didn't fit your mold, but I'm other things. I'm fucking other things." And he's like, right away, fucking Marcus Aurelius tells him, "You're a bad son because I'm a bad father." And then he hugs him, and then he just chokes the shit out of him and shit, kills him.
You know how guards?
Well, yeah, they have a special card.
Yeah, but I think that since they were family, that's why they didn't expect them to be like, fully guarded up. I think that's what the whole
either
thing
that
was.
or I low-key think it was a coup at the same time
You think there were some people that were trying to bring him
that
down?
were involved
Because Marcus Aurelius is one of the most popular emperors of all time.
Yeah, but at the same time, like once
There
everything,
is some people that are ponder.
once everything goes down, when Russell Crowe does end up coming back, like nobody recognizes him.
Who, Russell Crowe?
Yeah, when he comes back, when he leaves and he comes back, that's why I think it's kind of weird. But
Well, they did. Like Quintus, fucking everybody was all fucking shocked.
who's Quintus? The
Quintus
guy
is the
that helped
fucking.
him?
Guy.
So Quintus is the guy that said people should know when they're conquered, and then Quintus is also the one that comes in and arrests them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's just a
Quintus.
loyal servant and
Fuck that
shit.
fool, yeah.
Yeah, he's just a loyal servant. So yeah, fucking Joaquin Phoenix just fucking smothered the shit out of his own dad, and then they summon Russell Crowe saying like, "Hey, you need to come and check this out." And then right away, the first person he sees when he enters the room is fucking Joaquin Phoenix, and he says, "Lament with me, brother." And then that fool just ignored the shit out of him and went towards Marcus Aurelius. He looks at his father right away. He knows that motherfucker was fucking killed and shit.
Yeah.
Then he goes to his room and he says, "The emperor has been slain," and he's getting his fucking weapon and all that. He's getting ready to throw down. But then Quintus comes in and he tells him, "Why are you armed?" And then they come in and they fucking arrest him. And then they told him, "We're going to execute your ass." And he says, "Protect my family." He said, like, "They're going to join you in the afterlife. They're going to fucking kill him too."
I always thought, dude.
Yeah, so fucking they take him out. They're going to execute his bitch ass. And then right when they go outside,
They're like in the forest too. And
yeah,
this
he tells
whole
them, "I want
time-
you to ride out
and it's in
half a day's or
fucking-
something like
yeah,
that,
middle
and then
of the
just fucking
forest,
execute
bro.
him." Yeah, and then so they go to the forest, and then he tells them like, "Wait, give me a clean kill, like a warrior's death." Yeah, which is like right through the back of the neck and shit. And so right when he does it, he fucking headbutts him, and then he fucking kills that motherfucker. And then the other dude wants to take his sword out, and then we have another fucking memorable quote. He's like, "The frost, it makes the blade stick." And then then he just fucking kills him and shit. And then he's able to escape, and he fucking rushes back to his hometown because he knows that they're about to fucking kill the shit out of his wife. And they actually do. They got there
Dude,
before him.
Did
you guys remember the scene when the son is running and he thinks his dad? They run his ass over with the fucking horse.
He said, "Papa."
They run his ass over, dude.
Fucking killed him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then they fucking burn everything down, and Russell Crowe gets back and he sees the bodies of his fucking family hanging. Yeah,
they were hanging.
and then that fool just fucking passes out right there with them, and then that's where he gets fucking picked up, and then he's sold into slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he knocked his ass. All right.
No.
No, he was just
passed out,
exhausted.
yeah.
He was riding.
just
He was riding
exhausted.
for a
Yeah.
long ass time.
Because
So,
no water, no.
A couple things I did want to add. So that fool, what's his name? Commodus.
Yeah.
He's fake as fuck, bro.
Oh, fuck yeah.
When he gets to the battle, he says like, "Hello, brother. Haven't seen you in forever." And then when they summon Maximus, he's like, "Oh,
Lament with me."
Lament with me, brother."
Yeah.
Like, bitch, shut the fuck
Hey, but
up.
the funny thing is that everybody knows he's like that. Even his fucking dad, everybody
Yeah.
knows he's like that.
And then the fucking what's the king's name?
Marcus Aurelius.
So one of the reasons why I think there could have been a coup is because right before he died, he did tell his daughter, and he told Maximus.
Uh-huh.
So they were the only two that knew.
Uh-huh.
And well, of course, Commodus,
That you want.
that he was gonna appoint Maximus as the king. That he had already offered it to him.
Well, the girl didn't know.
The sister knew.
No, she didn't, because when
Yeah, I don't think
when
she-
Russell
yeah.
Crowe stepped out of the tent, he talks to her and she's like, "You look sad," or something happened, and he's like,
That's
"I'm
true.
about to go home," and then she's like trying to get something out of him, and then yeah, well maybe, and then the next day Joaquin Phoenix is told about it. He didn't even know about it either.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. And then he tells her.
and then he kills her, and
No.
then no, she never knew.
She does know at one point.
Well, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure she found out later, but like,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think she was told, because Joaquin Phoenix kills the dad.
Yeah.
And the only ones that know that Russell Crowe was supposed to be the next emperor is Russell Crowe and
the
Joaquin
dad-
Phoenix
yeah, or yeah,
and
Joaquin.
Marcus Aurelius.
And yeah,
And he just killed. He was trying to kill both people to
So
get
nobody
ready.
knew.
So
Like,
nobody
literally,
knew.
because
Okay.
if they both died, he would have been the emperor. He would be like, oh shit, like I'm
Like, oh, he actually said
yeah,
that.
but yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, in my opinion, I think at one point like she did know that's why she's writing for him. But
Well, the thing is that she loved Russell Crowe, even though she was married and she had a kid, Lucius,
And
but she had
incest.
something for him.
Incest.
Lucius was Lucius is his kid, isn't it?
No, it's her
well,
kid.
it's her. She had a
It's-
husband that
she-
died.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe even tells her like, "I'm sorry, your husband died."
Yeah.
Like all this shit.
This is what dude. It's such a fucking weird.
It's because you guys need to fucking pay attention
yeah,
to
it's
the
so weird.
dialogue and
Yeah.
shit.
No, I-
You see,
I
I did
thought-
too. No,
I-
I wrote notes.
I
That's why I
thought-
thought it was weird when the whole fucking like there were incest, bro. That shit was weird.
that is crazy.
That shit was so
Son.
fucking weird. I'm like,
he
dude,
does.
I even put like Lucius is the sister's kid.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I literally put that. Yeah.
No.
I
I'm,
pay attention.
he wanted a kid
Yeah.
with her.
But that
yeah,
shit's
no.
fucking.
I thought she had a.
but it's AD though, so it's like
no. What is it called when you cheat?
An affair.
An affair? No.
no. There's another word.
There's another word. That's the other word. I'm
It's like the
thinking of.
religious one. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought she cheated.
it's
I thought
the
she got
religious-
with Maximus.
the
And that's
hold
his
on, I gotta
kid, his
Google that.
secret kid.
Sorry.
And that's what I thought was confusing too, because in Gladiator 2, they keep telling that fucking Lucius guy that Maximus was his father, but he's not.
He's a secret. He's his kid. I thought.
No, but like in the movie, he says like, "Well, I'm sorry, your husband passed away," and like she says like, "Well, my son Lucius is 8 as well, the
And-
same as your kid."
And he says, "Yeah, that's." He says something along
Adultery?
those lines. Adultery.
Adultery.
He does. He does. Yeah,
had to Google
that's
this
exactly
bitch.
the line.
Yeah.
So he alludes to, yeah, that's the same age like my kid is, but you don't even meet his kid yet. You don't know about his kid. You just.
But
know
they
he-
actually show both kids, and they fucking look nothing alike.
Yeah, but at that time, at that point in the movie, he says he has a wife. He says he has a family, but he
Uh-huh.
doesn't say he has a son, a boy.
He does.
He does.
Yeah, because he says my kid is 8, and then she says mine as well.
But see, that for me, that was open for interpretation because when I first saw it, I thought he was alluding like, oh,
No.
like that's my boy.
No, I mean she even says Lucius, and then I don't know. I think he says the name of his kid.
Because why is he so close to Lucius?
Well, he's just the fucking kid of the fucking.
I don't know, man. I think it's
Oh,
up for
I think-
interpretation.
I
But
think we're
maybe.
arguing here. It's our first argument in the podcast.
Nah.
It seems like
I mean, it's the same as last time when we took 30 minutes for the fucking. What was it? The
Midsummer.
quote movie?
For
Midsummer.
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 We were
Yeah,
drunk as hell.
and I came out wrong in that one.
that was
I
fucking
was wrong
funny.
in that one.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right,
But-
and then that's pretty much it. We'll look it up. We'll watch it again. ¿Cómo se llama? Yeah, so he ends up being captured and he's sold into slavery, and there you go.
All right.
So,
So,
after that, go ahead.
from here, he pretty much he wakes up and then he sees that black dude, that famous black dude that comes out and everything.
No, never mind. I was gonna say it might be racist. I don't know. We might be canceled.
Samuel Jackson.
No, because I was say I'm Captain Now, but it wasn't him. But it wasn't him.
Oh,
yeah. So that fool.
That wasn't him.
He wakes up to him pretty much like tending to his wound, and he tells him like,
Yeah.
"You need to fight. Like you
Can't survive.
you need to survive."
uh-huh.
And then they get to I don't even know where they're at, if I'm being honest.
It's
but-
like the North African region of the Roman Empire.
yeah. So there they meet. Fuck, I forgot his name. The slave owner. the slave, the one that buys the slaves.
Uh-huh.
They meet him.
Plaximo or something like that.
And he gets mad at the seller because he sold him what did he say? A
Queer giraffe.
giraffe.
Oh, yeah. And he grabs him by the balls.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know
Yeah, he grabs him by the balls and
I
like,
put that shit
you
too.
said me too, you sold me too, and whatever.
So,
Queer giraffes.
By this point, that salesman, the guy that picked up Russell Crowe from the Burning Village, he pretty much sells him to him, and he makes them fight pretty much to become gladiators. Like he starts training them.
No, they
he
start
sells
coloring
them.
them too. Remember, they start coloring them.
Yeah,
One
so
has
like
red,
he
one has
bought
yellow.
so
The red
yeah.
was the mark of the gods. Something
And then
like that?
yellow's like just like the fucking sidekicks. I don't.
No, so
I don't know
no,
what it
there's a
was.
purpose. So he said, I have a like the guy that's bought him and shit, or the seller. Sorry, he said I got some good warriors and I got some good people for dying.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he paints the ones that are red, they're actually warriors, and the other ones that are in yellow are like for death. I don't know if you noticed, but in their first gladiator fight, when they get chained to somebody, one of them is red, the other one's yellow.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I did put that too.
I didn't even notice the yellow, but I didn't know what it was for.
Because what's his name, Russell Crowe, Maximus, he was yellow.
He was red.
No,
he was
they
yellow.
made him yellow
They
because
made
he
him
didn't fight back.
Yeah, because they were like trying to bully.
That's
him
why
or
they
some
put him
shit.
with the Nubian dude, with the black dude.
Yeah,
Well, because the big dude, the tight end.
That's a,
I'm pretty
that's
sure.
a proper
bro,
way of saying
was his
it.
name? Was his name Linus? And that, or what? Linus was the one oh no, Linus was the guy that he fought later on with the lions.
Oh, the
and
French
shit.
dude?
Big Foo?
With the
Yeah.
lions, right?
That's
Yeah,
later.
that's the fucking thing. Okay, my bad. I was talking to him about this earlier on today. I was like, who the fuck is Linus? But now I know who it is.
Well,
Now. Okay.
the big food.
But anyways,
they're
yes.
walking through when they're gonna go through their first fight after their training montage. The big dude, he tells them like the red is the mark of the gods or
Yeah.
something like that. So he's pretty much making fun of him because he got painted yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, that didn't even connect with
But
me.
at the same time, they were all worked out at the end, though. Like how they fucking fought, and they're like, "Oh shit! Like this is like that fucker's a beast."
The
Like,
only
oh,
one
shit.
that recognized the mark, his tattoo, was the seller or the
Yeah.
buyer.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the only
Black
one that
Summits or whatever.
recognized the tattoo that he
It's the
had.
tattoo of the Legion.
the fucking
Yeah.
I was
So
like, oh shit, he knows what's up.
yeah, so they pretty much go through it. This battle, were they chained together already or no?
Yeah, the first one is when they're chained.
He was chained with the black dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they make it out, right? They fight.
They're
like
the
last
ones. They're like the best ones. Like literally, they killed like everyone there.
He throws a sword in the crowd.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No,
Not yet.
that's till I think like towards
That's the
end.
next fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much, I did forget to mention the black dude. Right after their training montage, he comes up to him and he sees him scratching the tattoo off, and he tells him like, "Why don't you fight?" He's like, "You need to fight in order to survive." Pretty
Yeah.
much. And then that's when they go into the first fight. What happens after their first fight?
His name is Chuba.
Chuba?
Chuba.
J-U-B-A.
Juba.
His real name is Digimon.
Like his actor name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the
Did
character name is Juba. J-U-B-A.
Juba Hubbard.
Chuba
But
Hubbard.
the real
Chuba
guy's
Hubbard.
name is
He later-
Digimon. Digimon?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we know his name? He comes on
He
everything.
probably like this is the story of how he became a gladiator, then later on became the running back for the Carolina Panthers.
And then he went. And then he
That's
went.
racist.
I mean, just because of the name.
No,
Chuba.
and then he went to. And then he went to Never Back Down.
No, this
Yeah.
was this.
Because he was in
He's like,
Never Back Down. Remember?
7 years.
He says,
I
Go
must see
home.
my family.
"Cool down, Jake."
I don't know.
Fucking. You never seen Never Back Down?
No.
No.
Wow.
Ah, shit.
Nah.
He's an MMA teacher, and he pretty much.
Oh, I
teaches
know
us
which one
from-
you're talking about. That
Yeah.
shit looked lame as fuck to me.
That shit was good.
Alright,
He was actually pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, help me out. What happens after their first fight? After
So after they have their first
He
fight,
literally watched it today.
yeah. So they have their first fight, then they go back to Rome, and fucking what's his name is coming back, showing up.
yeah. So
yeah, he gets greeted.
they pretty much the Senate they have a meeting with him and they talk about like what their plans were.
Yeah.
And he pretty much just tells them like, no, this is how we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
And he settles for
they make fun of him and shit.
yeah. He said because he settles for like a loving approach.
Yeah, so they tell him he sits down and they're actually talking government. They're all like in the Greek section of Rome, there's a plague and we need to do something about the water and whatever. And that was like, this shit's all boring and shit. Like, and they're like, well, what do you want to do? And he's like, the Romans, they're like my children and I'm
gonna hold them to my bosom.
Yeah, and they're all like, "Well, have you ever held anybody during the plague and shit?" And that food like threatens them and like, "I'll hold you when I'm fucking killing you" or something like that. And then they just tell him like, "Well, go ahead and enlighten us with your experience," and then they all fucking laugh at him and shit.
Yeah. And the sister pretty much breaks it up. She has his back. And then
Whore.
they're pretty much
White.
They were working on before the prince or the king died. they were working on making it like a democracy.
Yeah, a republic.
A republic.
Going back to a republic.
Yeah. And he wants to uphold the empire.
He wants to have the emperor controlling everything. Yeah.
So,
and that's what Marcus Aurelius wanted to do. He told Russell Crowe, "I want you to like run Rome until the Senate runs everything. Like give the power back to the people." So that was his job. Just chill, like run everything for a little bit until the Senate's ready. That was the plan.
oh, I said, oh.
He's like, wow. Say more.
All right. So after this, he speaks with his sister, right? They leave. He speaks with his sister.
When they're making fun of him and shit.
Yeah,
She's
like after. But like after that, they leave together. No.
I think I forgot.
The two senators are talking, and he pretty much says like, oh, like he thinks that the 150 days was gonna solve everything.
So yeah, you're right. So he did leave with his sister, and he's like, he's saying like, you hear them? They're laughing at me, and then he's looking at the little model of the Colosseum, and he says like, he comes up with a plan, and then Senator Gracchus, whatever the fuck his name is, tells him like, Rome is like the people is the mob, and to keep the mob happy, you get.
He's like Rome is the Colosseum.
Yeah,
that's what
he says. He gives another fucking famous quote where he says like, the people love blood, and he will give it to them or something like that. Yeah, that was famous.
And then from here, it goes back to...
This is y'all episodes right now. This is both of you guys. You guys are killing this right now. Go ahead.
It goes back to Maximus, right?
He's back. He's going to have another fight, and everybody fucking...
They recognize him at this point as
no,
a Spaniard.
not yet.
They call him a Spaniard.
The Spaniard. Remember he...
Well, they recognize him as a badass.
Yes.
He gets everybody's
because
fucking...
he kills fucking all these random ass people, and he's like, how the fuck is this guy still survive?
Natural born leadership.
And he has the... So, I don't know if you know, of course, you know MF Doom.
Yeah, that's his mask.
Oh,
so MF Doom, yeah. So he
is that the Gladiator?
That's the mask that MF Doom got inspired from, which was from Gladiator.
I didn't know that.
And I thought that was so fucking
It looked
sick.
familiar,
Well, that was when they went to Rome, I think.
This is where he fought the Spaniard. This is when Joaquin Phoenix is like, oh shit. He's like, who? He's like, hey, like unmask yourself.
Yeah,
Who
but
are
that's
you?
at the Coliseum.
That's at the
Italy,
Colosseum in Rome.
There's
Oh,
still
shit.
there's
They
still
have
another
another
fight.
Yeah, there is
So,
another fight.
pretty
Yeah.
much-
You're right. Yeah, there's another
They
fight.
have
Yeah, I'm
another
sorry.
fight. He's a being a badass motherfucker again.
He stands up and he walks, and everybody just says Spaniard.
And he says, this is when he's like, are you not
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
entertained?"
most famous.
But, all right, so dude, fucking when he's walking, everybody's throwing pink petals at him, and then when he walks out, there's petals everywhere. Fucking sick ass entrance. It's a 1v6 and shit. He fights 6 people, and the last one he fucks them up, like chops his fucking head off.
Dude,
Bro, this
And he
whole
does-
fucking
that
kill
was
scene.
That was Star Wars vibes.
Bro, the whole kill scene, dude, the whole I'm telling you, when it got good, it got fucking good. Like
Yeah,
the
the
whole
fighting
kill
was good.
scenes, the fighting, everything was just
Dude,
so fucking. Crazy,
you know what's crazy? Is
man.
Gladiator 2 has more fighting than this
Oh,
one.
shit, really?
Way more fighting.
Was it
but
good?
they're not
Is
as
it better?
memorable as this.
That's why, because this one was really fucking good. Like, dude, he chopped some people's head off. Fucking like,
That was a Star Wars
he's
moment
throwing
right there.
shit at
Wasn't.
them and shit.
Oh yeah, so he kills those fools, and then the last one he kills them fucking brutally as fuck. Gets his sword, throws it into the crowd, and he's like, "It's like, are you not entertained? Isn't that not this what you fucking here
This
for?"
the
And then he
most-
fucking spits on the floor, calling them bitches. And then they all fucking
And then he gets a call from the slave owner, and he tells him like,
Then they're
"What do you
gonna
want?
talk,
What do you
yeah.
want? Girls, boys? Like, what do you want?"
Yeah.
He's
And
like, yes.
Line them up.
Let me choose. It might be both.
the slave owner pretty much tells him like his backstory. He starts going into pretty much saying like, if you want your freedom, like you need to fight for it. Like you need to win the crowd to win your freedom.
Yeah.
And he tells him that he used to be a gladiator, and he met what was the king's name?
Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius, and he makes fun of him. He's like, "You met him?" He's like, "No."
You touched me on the
He touched me
shoulder.
on the shoulder. And then pretty much this is where they have their agreement. They make their agreement that he needs to fight and like win the crowd in order for him to get his freedom.
That's right.
And then from here, they get transferred back to Rome, right?
Yeah, they go to Rome.
They go to Rome.
Actual big Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, well, what part is your part?
Wherever you want to stop.
Okay.
I started from where they enter the Coliseum.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
I think it's perfect.
So
Yeah.
I'll segue to
Go ahead.
Jorgito.
So, they enter the Coliseum. There's a lot going on. It reminds me of like the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup. Like there's shit going around everywhere. Like that's what it reminded me of.
Nice.
They do the chant like the Kanye song.
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
Oh, that was
Like you mean like everybody just
Yeah,
like the vibe and shit?
Yeah, like
Go,
obviously, obviously they're there for
We saw
entertainment,
Kanye.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
for one
and-
event.
Yeah, and like there's just like,
Me and
and it's in an arena. Like
Yeah,
that's what it
yeah.
reminded me of.
Yep.
And then so all that is going around. The slaves are like looking around, like fuck, like this shit is huge, like the Colosseum. It transitions into the slave owner.
What the fuck is his name? Let me look it
Plaxio or something, or Plaxios or something. I forgot what it is.
up. Okay, Plaxios.
Yeah, Plaxius, maybe.
Okay. You wrote it down?
No, I didn't.
Let me look it up real quick. Plaxios, the slave owner. Yeah.
Okay, so
It is Plaxius.
I don't know.
All right.
I was trying to look it up, but
I got it.
I didn't find it right away. Yeah. So
Antonius Proximo.
Proximos.
What you got me?
So was the name Proximus?
Proximos.
Proximos.
Yeah. So pretty much, it goes into the next day. Pretty much, they're in a huddle, and he pretty much tells Russell Crowe, pretty much to win the crowd. And then pretty much Russell Crowe's like, okay, yes, Dad. And then it transitions into Joaquin Phoenix and his sister. He's expressing pretty much like something had happened before that. I didn't write it down. He was upset.
Joaquin Phoenix was
Yeah,
upset?
he was upset.
He was upset because they had...
I didn't write that down. But I just wrote he was upset. And then like it's weird, like he ends up the whole conversation with asking his sister for a kiss.
Damn.
I was like, that's fucking weird.
She's so lucky.
He's like straight up like
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah.
That's a straight up sister, and
He can have any girl, bro.
he
He's
wants
the
to keep it
emperor.
in the bloodline. Keep it in the bloodline.
Yeah, so they have that
He's like, no one's fucking my sister but me.
they have that dialogue. Yeah, and his sister
says
pretty
that?
much politely declines
Chappelle.
because she really
Chappelle
doesn't
show.
like. Wait, that's it from the Dave Chappelle show?
It's the one where he's blind,
Yeah.
and I told him, listen here, N-word.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody's gonna fuck my sister, it's gonna be me.
Ah, dude. Fucking Chappelle show. He literally.
I remember that.
He said bet.
Yeah, so pretty much it ends with her politely declining, right? So it goes to where all the slaves are in the locker room. I don't know, what do you call it?
The war room?
Yeah, the war room.
Yeah.
And it shows
The bukkake.
what's
I don't
the
know.
slave owner? Maximo?
Proximos.
Proximus?
Maximo's the gladiator.
Gladiator.
Proximus?
Fucking Roman.
Dude,
He's,
so many fucking names.
Pretty
bro.
Yeah.
much negotiating.
They could've just said a regular name.
His rates, right? For
Yeah, for the gladiators.
for the
They
gladiators.
could have just
Yeah,
come Kyle.
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 Fucking say Maximus.
And then it
Cornelius.
shows pretty much
Fuck.
what's the son's name? Lucius.
Lucius.
It shows that Lucius come up to the gate and he sees Maximus. He
Spaniard.
calls Maximus over and asks about his myth, pretty much.
See, bro, like that part right there, I did not fucking like.
Why?
There was no guard with Lucius. Nobody recognized him. Like he had his
There
mask off.
was a. Oh yeah, he did have his mask.
Yeah,
off.
but because like when they're in the Coliseum, he
But
has
he
his
didn't-
mask on.
he
He's
didn't
never
rec-
seen him.
He didn't recognize him. He just
He
he,
debugs like he doesn't.
he was
It's not his
intrigued
kid, dude. It's not his
because of like everything that he's done in this recent killing Coliseum thing.
The gladiators.
Yeah. And then so he pretty much tells him about his myth. He asks about his myth, and then Russell Crowe, Maximus, gives him a little bit more detail as far as
What does he say? He says, "I heard
Like,
about you. Like
You could break people's skull with one hand." And he
Yeah,
tells
yeah.
him like, a man? No. An 8-year-old? Maybe.
Yeah, that shit was funny. And then they prepare for I don't know what is that shit called. I put for gladiating on there.
Yeah, for gladiating. They're getting ready for gladiating. I love it.
for beating each other's meats."
Yeah.
And then that's when they come out. They're all tied. They're chained to one each other. I don't know what's the right term.
Fighting maybe?
For battle.
Fighting,
For
yeah,
battle.
just say, yeah, you could have said battle.
I literally
Conquest.
put prepare for gladiating.
Conquering.
Gladiating. That's a fucking sick ass.
Motherfucker put gladiating.
Love it.
Don't judge me.
Okay.
All right, and then where was I at? Oh yeah, so they prepare. They're out. They're both they're sets of two, right? Chained, or that was up before.
They're,
No,
they're not
that
chained
was-
here. Now it's
They all
team
got
versus
shields.
team. Yeah, it's team
Yeah,
versus
They're
team.
reenacting a battle.
Okay, and then so they're not chained, but they are. Maximus does express for them to work together in order
Yeah.
for them to get far, pretty much, and not die.
Yep.
And then so some of them do listen, some don't. There's a bunch of them that fucking got slaughtered.
Yeah.
Dude, but the ones that listened to him, they were the ones that were impressed with like
There was even
how
one of
badass
them.
he was.
One of them even fought with him in the past. He said, "I served with you in this battle." He's
Oh,
like, "I'm gonna
yeah.
need your help."
Yeah. So
Badass.
they show like a bunch of them like getting killed. One of them gets fucking stabbed. A whole bunch of stuff. I put blood.
Shot with arrows.
I
and
put bloody
shit.
hell.
Hell yeah.
And then so they successfully get through the, that round of gladiating of battle. Slave group wins pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of shit going on. Like,
Dude, yeah.
there's like carousels trying to get them. Like,
the emperor went down and talked to them, huh? And that's when he put the mask
Yeah.
on?
So yeah,
Not yet.
before all that, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, they're reenacting the battle with Carthage and shit, and they were supposed to represent the Hannibal, and then there's Scipio Africanus, and then fucking like they defeat them and shit, and then the whole battle scene, you get to see these crazy ass faces from Joaquin Phoenix, right? When he goes like all that, and he loves the blood, like all that. Yeah, he always gives the craziest faces.
Yeah.
But then he tells that one dude, like, remind me, did the battle actually go like that? He's like, no, sir, no, it actually didn't. I'm sorry. And then he's like, I want to talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, my notes don't do it justice. Like all that shit that was happening it was badass.
Yeah, it was good.
It was badass. And
Blood
then
was shed.
So
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
There's, even one of the chicks got bladed in half.
Oh, and
Yeah.
half the black girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just crazy. It was gross, huh?
Bro,
Those were
yes.
gross.
He
There's only one, I
saves-
think.
He saved one of
He
them.
saves one of them, and that's where the carousel passes and the slices are.
Oh, dude, so those
Yeah.
were chicks, huh?
Yeah, there's a
Bro,
couple chicks.
Amazonians.
That fool made a whole fucking ramp out of it. That shit was pretty cool.
A ramp?
A ramp? I don't know if you noticed
Oh,
that.
a ramp?
He made a ramp.
There's a lot going on.
A ramp?
Like,
I'm like, damn, I got
He's
to
like, He's like, my name is Maximus.
He said, bitch in my bed and give me head. Now she's dead.
Beep boop bop.
Hell yeah.
And then pretty much the battle ends, and the king is really impressed with what he's seen, and he asks to meet with the Spaniard, not revealing yet it's him yet.
Oh, yeah, they call him the Spaniard.
Yeah,
Fucking
the
nerd.
Spaniard. He's comes
Jewish.
out to everybody, and everybody kneels down. Maximus kneels down, but he kneels down to pick up a arrow from battle.
Oh, he wants to kill him. Yeah.
Contemplating killing him.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, and then Lucius comes out, which I think that's what kind of stopped
He
him
holds
from,
him, huh? He holds
yeah,
him with him.
from
Yeah.
not killing him. And then he asks for his name, and Maximus declines to give him his name. And then he pretty much makes him take off his mask, revealing that he is Maximus.
Yeah.
All this-
Joaquin's like,
all this happened in the war room, in the break room?
No, they're in
No,
the,
this is outside.
Outside,
Oh.
right
Yeah.
after the battle.
So he came down before the fight, talked to them.
No, he didn't talk to them at the beginning.
Yeah, he did.
Who?
He gave him like the emperor,
I don't
no?
remember that.
The Emperor talking to them?
Yeah, he put on a mask. That's where he got the mask from before he came in.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, so the emperor came in to talk to them before battle, and he put on the mask. And I think at that point he didn't know how to
yeah.
kill him yet.
He
So
did.
then-
He was hiding from him, huh?
Yeah, so when they went out to battle, they were badass. Oh
Yeah.
shit, man!
He's drunk.
They were badass, and then he came down, and that's when they were all in the Colosseum, right? And then that's what you were talking about.
I don't remember
He
him.
talks to them in the Colosseum.
He's talking to him in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he meets with them before. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm confused. All right.
And then once Joaquin Phoenix, what's his name in the movie?
Massimo.
Commodus.
Commodus. No, next.
Once Commodus finds out that it is him, he's surprised because he's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
But he has no control over killing him. The crowd does, which leads to
Do you have the fucking Russell
Yeah.
Crowe's fucking
the little
badass quote?
The quote
when he when he introduces them and he tells them like, my name is Marcus Aurelius, whatever. He's all like, I'm the commander of the Northern armies and the Felix legions, like fucking
he
father
was
to a
really-
murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and he's like, and I will have my revenge in this life or the next.
He says, "I serve."
The true emperor Marcus
Yeah.
Aurelius.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gives, and then Joaquin Phoenix doesn't even know what to do. He just fucking looks down like a little bitch. And then they bring in the soldiers to try to kill him, and then everybody just fucking like loves him so much. And then he's forced to fucking like Yeah, then
the crowd's
Fuck,
pretty
he's
much
like-
chanting
they're
like,
like,
win, win,
Yeah.
win.
yeah.
Yeah, and he pretty much the crowd pretty much forced him to let him live, right?
Yep.
And that's like his biggest
Support.
downfall.
Yeah, because he was supposed to.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, why?
Wasn't it Commodore?
Commodus. I
That's
mean,
like-
the whole way he was trying to get support was to hold these games to make him happy.
to
But now
to
the
make them like
people-
him.
But now the people like this
Yeah.
more, so he looks like a bitch.
He's
Like, who do I
fucking-
have?
He's a big ass hater.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that fool.
Yeah. And then pretty much it transitions into him and his sister having a conversation that, nobody respects him based on him giving the orders that he was supposed to die.
And they told him that they killed him.
Yeah, they told him that they
They don't
he's
respect
mad.
him.
Yeah, he's mad that he gave the order for something to get done and it didn't get done. And then the sister later after that meets with Maximus, pretty much asking him to help her kill his brother. Pretty much, that she's always feared for her life and her kid's life.
Yeah, because if this fool Joaquin
the
Phoenix
heir.
dies, he's the heir.
Yeah.
So Joaquin Phoenix for sure wants to kill that fucking kid.
The kid,
That's
yeah.
why she's always scared.
Yeah. So she actually says that she's been scared for her life because her kid is the heir of the
Yeah,
throne.
and she's a prisoner.
Yeah.
She can't mourn her dad or anything.
Yeah. Sister. Her sister wants her brother dead and asks for his assistance. And then Maximus declines.
He
And
doesn't
he's
trust
saying,
her.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't trust her based on what happened to him and his family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
she pretty much says like, what happened to that honorable guy
Yeah.
and everything. He's like, he's gone, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He said, "I'm not that man anymore."
yeah.
And then it goes into them pretty much like all the slaves gathered together and they're like eating and stuff like that. And then they give Maximus like special food, I guess.
It's like a lighthearted moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
between them.
the
Kenny came on that part.
the
big ass
because they're
buff
all
guy.
they're
he's
all,
like, and he's trying the food, and he's like,
yeah they're all eating, but then they call Maximus later. So
Yeah.
did they give him something special? I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
They're giving him a special
Yeah.
treatment because he's a general. They all recognize him at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so
he tried the food.
but he gets
It's-
paranoid. And
Yeah,
then,
he-
what's
the-
his
He's like,
what's his name?
And it's
Juba?
funny because I don't know, but it was funny because
we'll call him Ineg.
He neck.
Juba's
me.
like saying not time not to eat it, and then the other guy's the one where he like
he's
tries
like, bro,
it,
he's like, bro, like,
and then
nah,
he
bro.
like fakes like he's got
dude,
poison.
he
Yeah,
even got
it's
Beto.
funny.
Even Beto was like,
Oh.
what? And then at home, he was like, oh shit. But he's like, oh.
Yeah, it did get me low key. High key.
Loki?
like it was
was
very
like,
apparent. Yeah.
And then so it turns out to be a joke, not really poisoned. And then they have a lighthearted moment given the what they had just been through. Maximus is introduced.
He's introduced to
Oh
him?
yeah, he's introduced. So he's introduced as Maximus in
The
new
next
battle.
fight?
Yeah, the new battle, and everybody's cheering for him. And then in that moment, Joaquin Phoenix is jealous.
This is the part where they put him against like everybody, like the
Yeah,
lions. And
the
that's so
lions,
fucked
yeah.
up, bro.
The lions. There was like
Target in the
4 or 5 people.
They were literally
gladiators.
they made it so that he would die.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So he's introduced Maximus. His brother's pretty much jealous, and then he pretty much says like, they're receiving him like they're one of ours, pretty much. And then she's like, "Don't worry, in less than a month, like nobody will remember him." And then his brother was like, "Less than a month, don't forget who he is." Why'd you sneak eat it?
Wait, who's driving?
Did you hear the rattle on the mic?
Who's driving?
Me.
yeah,
So then it goes into battle, and then that's where they reveal the big dude. What was his name?
Enoch.
Enoch.
No.
No, that's my.
You
That's
remember
my
his-
name.
Oh, that was the name.
The lion guy.
The undefeated one? The
Yeah.
undefeated
Oh,
guy?
Linus.
Something
Linus.
from Gal.
Linus, right?
From Gauls or something.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So yeah, he starts fighting him at
think it's
first,
Linus,
and then in battle they start bringing out the tigers. But how did they do like the hidden floor trick? That shit was kind of cool.
It's just a cage on the bottom, and
Is
it would
it?
open
I
up.
think just bring it up.
Yeah, so he's fighting tigers. He's smacking bitches, smacking tigers. And he's doing a pretty good job. He ends up killing.
I think his name is Linus. I told you it's the Oompa. I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know who the.
I'm pretty sure it's Linus of Gaul or something like that.
but I remember I was like,
Gaul is
Linus.
like France.
Linus of Goff of Detroit.
Gaul.
Yeah, so he fucks up everybody pretty
win
much.
his
Fuck.
One of the tigers survives. No,
I don't know. I remember.
He kills one for sure. He kills one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
tigers, and then the Linus
guy.
dude. Yeah.
He's about to kill him.
I think his name is Linus. I have.
Yes, he severely wounds him. You're right. He severely wounds him, and then they pretty much stop the battle. And then the king or the emperor pretty much gives him the thumbs down, meaning kill him.
Kill him.
Yeah.
It's not over till it's satisfied to everybody pretty much.
They called them Maximus
The Merciful?
The Merciful.
And then
yeah.
Russell Crowe Maximus declines to kill him. He doesn't kill him.
Like he just ignores. Like he does everything opposite, dude. Like they're like kill him. Like no, and then I love you. Like they fucking like they like everything he does. People love and shit.
Watch out with your stuff in the back, Ellen.
Oh my bad.
They're like tipping over.
Yeah. And then so it ends the battle with that. Joaquin Phoenix, I forget his character's name. I'm just
Massimo.
Commodus.
comes down and he surrounds him with his guards pretty much.
Yeah.
And he
He's a
pretty
bitch.
much
Becca's a bitch.
pretty much you know
Ever since like sixth grade.
you guys should have said that last week.
We
did.
He did.
Oh, you did?
I think.
Oh.
This
I
old
did.
You weren't
veiny,
there.
triumphant bastard.
You weren't there.
I was busy.
Did you watch the episode?
I haven't watched
Did
it.
you
I
ever-
haven't watched it.
Fuck. Why wasn't he there?
Huh? You were there.
I had
Why
to
wasn't
clean.
He said, "Was
Oh,
I
yeah.
there?"
No, bitch. I
Yeah.
said, why
Why
wasn't
wasn't
he
I
there?
there? I wasn't
And
alive.
you guys didn't want help, so I had to clean.
No, I don't live with
Oh, for
you guys.
Thanksgiving?
No, for
You have other people-
Saturday for my party.
You have
Uh,
other people
my
live with you
little-
guys. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
You guys wouldn't be there though. Anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Just wrap up my part.
Anyways.
So yeah, he's circled by the guards
See-
with Joaquin Phoenix, and he pretty much taunts him with the murder of his family. He ends it with your kid squeals like a pig, and your
Damn, what the
wife,
fuck says that?
yeah, your wife like a whore.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Whore.
And then instead of Maximus fucking him up like he should have, he pretty much turns around and verbatim tells him, the time for honoring yourself will soon come to an end, Your Highness. And then he walks away.
Sick.
Shit. All right.
He
so,
was like, "What'd he say?" Like 4 times. I was like, "He
I
said
tried to write
this."
it down.
He's like, "What'd he say?" I was like, "He's."
Fucking
Just help him
Maximus.
out.
Maximus runs into his old fucking. Like
No,
at the beginning of
you
the
don't
movie,
know?
they show him. They show him right. He
don't
was
know.
his fucking
last
servant or something like that.
Yeah, when
At the beginning of the movie,
when Commodus pretty much sends out the word to like execute or exile him.
and then he was like with the sword and shit,
Yeah,
and he tells him nah.
he sent him to go get his equipment.
but the
And
reason
then-
why, okay, so like,
And
I
then
did,
what's his name comes in and
I
he
d-
tells him like he died of a natural cause.
Yeah,
Like
I
don't
did
get your
put no,
weapons.
but I did put the fact that where Lucius, this is what kind of triggered Commodus,
Yeah, yeah.
because Lucius was like, he's like, oh, like
This was after the weird incense.
yeah, that's
shit.
this,
Yeah.
so I put
Yeah.
this right here where he gets jealous because Lucius is pretty much like, oh, I'm a gladiator. He's like, oh, gladiator, like gladiators, this and that, and he's like, oh, I'm Maximus, and he's like, what?
he's choking.
the
him.
savior of
What the
Rome.
fuck?
Yeah.
And he's
he
like,
says.
oh hell no. So that kind of triggered him, and that's what kind of caused him to do all this other fucking shit that he did. Let's see.
Before you keep going, so before that part, what happens? So after he wins the battle, doesn't he sees his old buddy.
Yep.
He tells him, "I'm in." Tell her.
yeah, and then he gives him like a little thing, and he's like,
He
Like
gives
there's
him-
still a lot of
he
soldiers that
gives him
are
the little
loyal to him.
totems. Yeah, and then he tells him, "Tell the princess that I'm in." So
Yeah.
he goes and he tells the princess, and then they pretty much make the politician go and see him.
Crocus, Senator
Yeah.
Crocus.
Yeah. So after the politician, this is what he's talking about. They have that weird incest moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're planning like a coup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that they want to overthrow this motherfucker and then give power to the Senate again.
But okay, I put so they give him, I'm pretty sure it's Maximus. They give him 2 days to stay alive. Oh and yeah, so I remember this now. So pretty much
Yeah.
one of the, I don't know if it was like one of the old dudes. I don't even remember his
The
name.
politician.
Is it him? Oh yeah, the politician. He's like, dude, I'm gonna give you 2 days to do what you have to do. He's like, but my only concern is just stay alive.
Mhm.
So he's like, oh shit, okay, cool. And then he quoted this. He's like, you killed the man who set you free. And then he's like he pretty much like, oh shit, what do you mean?
Wait. That he told that to his
The
slave owner.
politicians, yeah, or someone said that to Maximus.
The slave owner.
Yeah, I think Maximus said that like, or something like that. But
Because after the politician, he has a heart to heart with the slave owner.
yes,
Yeah.
So that's why he says like, oh, that you killed the man who set you free. And he's like, what? So this is, I'm sorry, this is like probably like 10 minutes, 20 minutes after that.
He says he killed the man that set you free, and he's talking about Commodus. Yeah.
So let's see. This is are they about to do a Star Wars?
For real. This movie had a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah, because I was
bro.
like, are they about to do Star Wars? Because I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Which episode was it? Episode 2 when they get stuck in that Coliseum thing, and it's Padme, Obi-Wan, and Anakin.
Damn.
And they're like fighting in the little Coliseum.
Fuck, I don't know.
I gotta confess something. I've never seen Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I'm not big on the
This
fucking
is-
sci-fi.
This is when Samuel L. Jackson chops off Jango Fett's head off.
Yeah, I
Damn.
remember that part.
Yeah. With
But
the
yeah,
lightsaber.
I didn't put this in my notes. I was like, are they about to do a Star Wars?
Mhm.
And I was like, oh shit, Maximus.
Well, technically, this movie came out before Star Wars.
No.
Yeah.
Star
Well,
Wars was first.
Star Wars was in the
Episode-
70s.
Yeah.
You
Star
so
said
Wars.
that's the one you guys
animated.
are referring to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
73.
We're talking
you're
about
talking
the
about-
remake one.
Yeah.
Not the
Oh.
remake. The
The prequel
sequels.
Sequel.
When
Yeah.
that one come out?
2005,
Uh,
6, 8.
Yeah, this one came out in the
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna have to help me out. Let's see.
Let's just fucking rush to the. So he's planning a coup, and everything's fucking set. And then on the day of the fucking coup, his homeboy was supposed to wait on him. But no, what's his name?
Yeah.
How does he find out about everything? The girl snitches, right?
No, we don't really. I don't think there's a clear cut answer of who snitched who out.
I think it was a girl because like he was threatening to kill the Lucius.
After the little weird incest thing,
Mhm.
Lucius is playing and he says he's the
Gladiator.
Maximus, what does he say?
The
hero of Rome,
hero of
He's
Rome.
just like the
And then he starts.
that triggers Joaquin Phoenix.
It shows the princess coming in. She's like, "Where's Lucius?" And then he's telling a story to Lucius, but it's an intimidation thing. Like
Yeah.
he wants his sister to hear,
Yeah.
and he tells her like, "Oh, but I'm gonna tell you about this story about this king." And
I think that's how she ended up snitching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah, because he ends up finding out about everything.
It wasn't clear to me. I
Yeah.
didn't think that.
She ended up snitching about the whole plan, and then like,
It was her.
yeah, because when what's his name comes
Incest.
out, Russell Crowe comes out, and he meets the friend on the horse, and it was a fucking trap
It was
and
a
shit.
trap.
And then he tells him like no, and then he fucking like, well, he gets shot or he gets hanged. He does both, right?
That was
They get
after
both?
the army comes. And they're
Yeah.
like, open the door.
Oh, that's
and-
right. So
and-
they go in
See, I probably
there.
missed that part.
Yeah,
So pretty much, so after
Oh,
he
yeah.
threatens his sister.
he snitched.
Oh,
She snitched. Joaquin Phoenix.
okay.
Commodus.
Which is
He's telling a story, but at the same time, he's telling his sister like, they hurt the king, and I'm gonna hurt them, pretty much. And then it skips to nightfall, and the army comes to come and get Maximus. And then
But
from
everybody
there-
starts protecting him and shit.
That's when everything
even the
goes
main
down.
slaveholder, that fool fucking dies crazy.
Dude,
as
he
fuck.
tells him like, "Oh, you're what does he tell him? You're guilty of becoming a what the fuck does he say? You're guilty of becoming a good
Damn, I
man.
should
Yeah.
fucking-
A good man." That's
He
what he
jokes
tells him.
and shit. Yeah, he tells him.
He's like, he scoffs at him. He
but
leaves.
dude, they fuck him up.
Fuck,
They fuck
I
him
think that's the
up.
part that
he
I
gets like
missed.
4 swords in his back.
Dude, yeah, they
Hell
stabbed
yeah.
the shit out of him. Yeah, but that fool defended him. Like
Yeah.
he protected him.
Literally everybody had his back, and he tells them before like he's like, if you don't want any part of this, stay in your beds.
Yeah,
And everybody's like,
and everybody
"Fuck yeah."
fucking jumps out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Fuck,
Yeah.
I missed this whole part.
And then fucking that fool gets out, and then he meets his friend on the horse, but it was a trap. And then they kill his fucking friend, and then they capture him again. And then this time, like they're gonna set him up to fight and shit. Were you able to catch that thing? The fight?
Yeah, with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
So
Okay,
this
cool.
is when he's chained up, and Joaquin Phoenix meets with him. They catch him.
Oh yeah, and then
He
dude,
comes to talk to him, he
yes, I
talks
do
to him,
remember now. So I'm gonna just go out of like top of my head.
Off top of the dome.
There,
But it's so funny because like they fucking end up fighting, right? Oh, dude, this show's actually low key fire. But
before they go up, what happened?
Yeah, there's a big talk.
Oh,
they talk
shit,
to
what
each
happened?
other. Ooh.
I think
Yeah,
this is part
he
two.
hugs him and he stabs him, poisons him.
Oh yeah,
He
does,
tells
yeah.
him, "You've always been scared."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm not scared." He tells him like I don't remember
Because he I remember he does stab him. He stabs him like somewhere in his like rib, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like he gets
Poisons
like
him.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he's like limping or some shit. He's like this whole fucking fight.
Yeah.
But I remember that. So they start fighting, of course, and he's like he's down one arm. And he's like trying to fight him, of course. And
still kicks his ass.
dude, the one part that stood me out was like, dude, like he what's his name, Maximus, he throws like his sword away, and he's like, give me your sword to like his homies.
sword, Quintus, sword.
And his homies were like, fuck you, bro, like you're a piece of shit. And I was like, oh, this is hard.
They're like, you're a bitch.
And they were like, and that's
Didn't
when
you guys think that fool was dripped out though? That fucking
oh hell yeah,
gear
dude,
he had, all
dude,
white.
he
That shit was
always
sick as
fucking
fuck.
that shit was hard as fuck. Dude,
Yeah.
I think all his fits were fucking dope.
Yeah, they were.
But dude, yeah, I think that stood out like me the most. He's like, give me your sword. And he's there. Everyone was like, fuck no, like,
He goes like
your
this.
shit. They're like, you're a bitch, bro.
He's like J.R. Smith in the finals when he looks at that fool, he shoots a 3.
But that shit was crazy though. So yeah, that's like because they ended up fighting. They was a pretty good fight. Like they fight, and then fucking out of nowhere,
That
One,
fool,
two,
Max,
each other out.
Maximus, he's more experienced. He's the
So
war general.
like, what's his name? He had a hidden blade,
Oh.
and then like he wants to stab him, but then that fool was able to get the blade and stab him and shit.
he literally stabbed him slowly. She's like, and
then
then
he's like,
he ends up. He's like,
He falls down.
he moans a little bit.
How?
Wait, do it again.
Oh, that sounds weird.
2 and 1. It's like DP.
Normally you pay
Deadpool.
triple for that.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
DP.
Deadpool.
But yeah, that's all. That's okay. So yeah, because I probably missed the whole fucking thing about all
Nah,
that
I think you
shit.
did. I don't think you think.
No, I did. I did. You know, I was watching it at work, bro.
I want to be a contract killer, Mr. DP.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fucking phenomenal scene where he's like, they fight, and that was like, everyone turns his back on him. They're like, bro, fuck you. Like, we do not like you, bro. Like, you're a piece of shit. Like, fuck
He's
you.
like that spoiled kid.
Dude, literally.
Yeah, I mean, like they were about to give him
literally.
a sword, but that fool Quintus tells them to sheath their swords, and then they. Yeah.
Literally, dude. He did all that Commodus for the crowd, and they all turned his back. They all turned
This
his
is a
back on him.
perfect story of somebody who's naturally just fucking badass to somebody that wants that shit. And this is exactly what that fool Marcus Aurelius was trying to tell him, those 4 things.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm none of those.
Yeah. That's true.
He's just, that's the one thing that makes Russell Crowe so badass in this movie. He's just naturally a fucking leader. People love that shit.
Yeah, and then he ends up dying. He fucking
What
kills
was his last wish?
for his family. No, oh, because yeah,
Let the prisoners go.
Yeah, let the prisoners go.
His family's
No,
dead.
because he wants to see his family.
Let my family
no,
go.
but no, I remember now because
They're
like,
like-
We killed those fuckers.
no, because I remember. Yeah, so he's like, I just want one wish. He's like, just let the prisoners go, and then the guy, he's like, okay, let the prisoners go, and then he ends up dying because he's like, I want to see my family.
He tells them
appoints
to,
the power.
yeah, he tells them like Marcus Aurelius had to get the Senate back. Like there was a dream of Rome once or something like that.
But then what do you call it? Russell Crowe's like, Maximus. He's
He
like,
starts hallucinating, no?
yeah, because
Yeah.
he's poisoned, and then he's like, dude, he's like, I just want to see my family too. And at the end of the movie, he kind of like, he's in this white gate. He opens it, and his fucking family's there. And I was like, damn.
Yeah,
bro,
the
it's
girl
fucking-
leans into him and says like, "Go to them, go to
and
them."
he finally sees his
Closes
family in
his
the
eyes.
afterlife, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, this is fucking sad. But I'm like, dude,
He pulls what's his name from Breaking Bad? He's like, shut the fuck up, Walt, and let me rest. Let me die.
Let me die.
Oh yeah,
Peace.
Mike and shit.
Mike Ehrmantraut.
Yeah, yeah. Shut the fuck.
I never seen Breaking Bad.
Whoa,
Dude,
that's a good show, dude.
Amazing.
I was in the
That's-
first episode, and I was
that-
like, this is fucking tough.
That's a
to get
must
through.
watch.
Really? Damn.
Even if it's background noise, that's a must watch. But the background noise will keep you hooked.
It's good.
It's just,
No, that's you.
oh,
Yeah.
that is true.
The background noise would be. Pinche pendejo, güey.
No, that's all. Sniffing cocaine.
What does Tuco do? What does Tuco say?
Doodle. I'm just
No.
kidding. I don't fucking know.
Man.
Tight, tight, tight.
Oh yeah, he always.
That's tight. That's tight.
But yeah, I don't think our explanation of the fights did it justice. Like you guys,
The fighting was badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
in
should watch
in
it.
that fool Commodus is trained because at the beginning of the movie he's training in the forest without a shirt. All those fools without a shirt, they're all training and shit.
Yeah,
he knows how to fight.
What was that about? Like he was trained
He's
like
just
in
training.
school.
Yeah.
But Maximus is trained in battle. Like he's
he
experienced.
just knows how to fucking fight.
So
yeah,
one was trained, one was experienced.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I don't even think he's actually fought in battle before. Yeah, yeah. So that fool ends up fucking dying, and then the girl says, "Go to them." He fucking gives the final wishes, and this is the most badass part of the scene. She gets up and she looks at Gracchus and she says, "Is life worth one good man's life?" And then Crocus says, "Who will
yeah.
help me carry his body, and everybody rushes to carry fucking Maximus, and then that fool Commodus is just left as everybody walks out. They leave his body there.
Now, did it intentionally show Maximus, or did it show like the brother, or did it leave it ambiguous? Like, oh, help me! Who's gonna help me carry his body?
No, Crocus said that, the senator.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So no, she looks up at the senators and says, like, you guys
it
better
worth
do a
it?
good job now. Like, it's up to you guys. And then the senator Crocus says, who's gonna help me carry his body? And then they all lift him and walk out while they leave the fucking emperor dead and shit. And then the movie ends with him burying the little monitos, the Nubian dude. And then he tells them, he's like, I'll meet you in the afterlife, life, but not just yet. And then that's how it
They
is.
should have made the sequel with him.
No, all right. So in Gladiator 2, there's a black guy.
He
and
comes out?
I think I have my suspicion that it's him, but I don't think so.
You think they're gonna make more movies?
Is it? Did
They
call
said that
him?
they were gonna make a 3. I hope not.
Did they call him
Number
Juba?
2 is not that great.
Juba?
I don't think he's a chief of a fucking. So Lucius. All right, I'm gonna give you guys the
He shoulda
premise of the
came out.
second one.
He's alive still. Like he's live and
No,
well.
but the thing is that a lot of people, the girl thinks that the senators are gonna murder him and shit, so she sends him away because they think that
'Cause
they don't
he's
want to
the
have an
heir.
emperor. Yeah,
He's
they
the
don't want to
heir.
have another emperor, so she's scared that they're gonna fucking kill him, so she sends him away. This motherfucker ends up living in the middle of nowhere in North Africa, and he's raised in this one chief, this black dude, and they're being invaded by Rome. Petro Pascal comes in to invade, and he's fighting the Romans and shit. But the chief of the tribe that he lives with, I think, is the black guy, but I don't think so.
Juba.
It might be him. Who knows?
It's not confirmed. Let's look it up. All right. Well,
So the
All right.
the main dude from part 2, that's supposed to be a little kid, Lucius.
Lucius, yeah, but he's a
no,
total bitch.
it's Paul Mescal. It's the little white guy. It's not. It's because
Oh, he's saying if it's Lucius
that's
from the
Lucius.
first one, yeah.
That's Lucius.
He's from
Yeah.
Af-
Paul
he-
Mescal
Yeah,
is
no,
Lucius.
I don't
He's from
care about
After
the-
Sun.
Pedro Pascal is like not the emperor. He's
I
a
don't know.
gladiator. He's a warrior.
I'm
He's
not
a
sure.
general.
A general.
He's a general.
Caesar? Oh.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
He's married to the girl.
And who does
Oh.
who does the little white guy with the big eyes with the short hair, the ginger?
Oh, you're
Who does
talking
he
about
play? He's gonna be Johnny Storm, the big eyes.
Yes, I know he talks exactly.
Little white
Oh,
guy.
he's probably one of the emperor brothers.
Fuck is his name?
Yeah,
There's
they're,
two brothers
they're
that are
brothers.
controlling,
He's
yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Isn't that the dude
Forget
from
his
Stranger
name.
Things?
Yes.
Yeah, that's him. That's Eddie from Stranger Things.
What the fuck's his name?
You watch Stranger Things, Alan?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
It's
I'm
Eddie,
winning.
the long hair.
rocker
The fuck's his name?
Yeah.
All right, so that was our detailed overview of the movie. Let's go ahead and get into our ratings and shit. So, what would you guys rate this movie?
I'll start off. I give it a 3. 3 out of 5.
What would you guys rate it?
I'll go next.
Oh, wait.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll give it I would say a 3.5. It was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I think there was just like one small thing. Not even a small thing. For me, it was kind of big. Like I couldn't get over the fact. But besides that one thing, it was a pretty solid movie. So
Yeah.
like 3.5.
What was the one thing?
Bro, he became a slave and he came back and nobody recognized him. How the fuck does nobody recognize him when they're all like cheering for him after he reveals who he is? And they're all cheering for him. They all like love him. They all know him.
You didn't like the fact that they all they thought he was actually a Spaniard and shit?
I mean, not necessarily that.
What does that
but-
mean?
Bro, he left and came back and nobody was like, hey, this guy looks like our general that won us the war, the
Yeah.
battle.
But I mean, like, he was far as fuck. He was in a whole nother region. And then when he arrived to Rome, he was just hiding his face the whole time, right?
No, well, when Lucius came and saw him, there was
Well, he's
fans.
never met Lucius.
Yeah, but there was fans. There was. That's what I was saying too. That was another thing too. Like Lucius, like that was a hit. I mean, that was a miss for me.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get into the hits and
Yeah,
misses.
I'd
So,
give.
yeah.
So I mean, for me,
The misses,
it was
yeah.
a 3.5. I would say 3.5. It was a solid movie, really good. I liked
Yeah.
it though. A little long.
Lengthy.
Yeah.
Dude, the Napoleon movie that Joaquin Phoenix came out.
How
I
was
haven't-
it?
I've never seen it. I
Oh.
heard it was complete trash.
Yeah, I heard so too.
And I heard it was like lengthy as fuck.
Damn.
I heard it was more so dialogue, but even the dialogue didn't make sense.
But supposedly, like, for being a historical movie, it was like very inaccurate. Apparently.
Damn.
Yeah.
They should put me in there.
As Napoleon.
As Napoleon
As a
Dynamite.
big ass Napoleon. No, not Napoleon.
Oh, my bad.
Dynamite.
A fucking dark lesbian up there, beefed up lesbian as Napoleon. A new woke Napoleon. The Disney version of it.
Wait, Joaquin Phoenix is short?
I don't know how.
I think it's
how tall he
5'8",
is.
5'9".
Oh,
That's
really?
not
It's average.
That's short.
compared
That's
to
how-
Napoleon though.
Napoleon was like
Napoleon's
5'6" or some shit.
See, I know history. I know what's.
He was that's short.
Well, no, that was considered average back in
No,
the day.
that was his dick.
No, the
That was his
whole
dick size.
stereotype about him being short was
That's my
propaganda.
Oh,
Like the British made that propaganda. They were making fun of him,
that he was.
but he was
How
actually
tall was
average height.
Napoleon?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they just they spread rumors about him.
I was
to
like,
make,
that's my height.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
Napoleon was 5'6". Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, he's my height. They were
How
making
tall
fun
is
of me.
Joaquin Phoenix?
He's probably like 5'10".
5'8". What a bitch! I'll beat his ass.
Without the B.
Yeah.
I'll beat your ass too.
All right, so
I'm 6'2", if anyone's wondering.
So
6'2".
you said 3,
three,
A three.
3.5,
3.5.
I'm gonna say 3.5 too.
3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Actually-
me, it's a fuck. Oh, you go into your,
No, it's because like,
your hits and
dude, when
misses.
it was good, it was good. When it was fucking boring, it was boring.
Right.
Of course, there was a lot of dialogue, but it's like there's just some fucking. I get it, like people who are into history, like you're like yourself. Like
I just think it's because you didn't really watch it.
I did watch it, but I didn't watch the last 20 minutes. That's
Mm.
That was
literally
the
You
the
think
best
you were
one.
just rushing it.
Like literally, bro. I have the whole fucking notes. You can see it if you want. You didn't watch the whole movie, did
I
you?
did.
Doomba dude. Exactly.
Not
I
yet.
win.
No, I did.
I
Not
win.
today, but I
Boop,
watched
boop,
it.
boop.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was good. I don't.
I would say 3.5. No, it was good. When it was good, it was good. But when it was bad, it was kind of like fuck. Like okay.
When it's if it's good, I tell you it's good. If
Yeah,
it's
if
not,
it's not good. It's
I'll
not, I'm
tell
telling you,
you
it's not good.
good.
But no, I give it 3.5. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like the fucking battles were interesting. There was so much like there was actually a lot of gore into this shit. Like from it was because it was what it was made in 2000.
Yeah.
It was made in 2000. I was like,
No,
dude,
it took place in the 1800s.
no
no?
fucking mames. No, no. Bitch, you dumb bitch. I know, but when they shot it, it was in 2000. But when it was at that time, because like of course if they did it now,
Sorry.
they had to add like the fucking morenitos and
Stop
morenitas
shaking
and all
your
that other shit.
mic. I can hear it.
But yeah, but no, I give it a 3 out of 5.
What
It
was,
a
your,
good- it
what was
a
your
good movie.
favorite kill?
Which one? No, I want to say when there's a ramp scene. This was one of the first battles where he was yellow and then the morenito was red. And they made a ramp. Like they chopped off they made a ramp out of the
Oh, the girl that got chopped in half?
Yeah, bro, that thing was sick. I was like, dude, this shit is hard.
Yeah, right.
That's the one
Yeah.
I liked the most. I was like, that shit is fucking sick. Because they made a
Yeah.
whole ass ramp out of it, and I was like, bro, this is fucking.
And then like it tipped over, huh?
yeah,
After
it was
the-
super creative. I was like, bro, like the fuck, like damn, like they thought outside the box. That was my favorite kill out of the whole movie. That was probably one of my favorite. Like I really wrote it down too, and I was like, yeah, this is it.
That shit practically writes itself.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah.
fucking dope. Go ahead, AP.
Yeah, no, for me, it's a fucking being able to prove was a fucking amazing movie. Like the
wow.
pacing,
I can
the
see that,
fucking the dialogue, everything was just fucking great. I loved it. And like I don't know, like Russell Crowe and Mark Maximus, it's one of the characters in movies that actually gets me fucking pumped up. Like I always like people that naturally are leaders and shit. This motherfucker doesn't have to do anything, and people like
They follow.
like they just that's what it is. And I fucking love that shit. Probably because I try to like look into that character and then all that shit. I like it.
Emulate.
Yeah, I well, obviously not even fucking close to it, but I like that type of personality. Yeah, he doesn't even have to do anything. He just gets up, dude, and people are kneeling and shit. Like he doesn't have to ask for it, like fucking bitch face that that died. Like it naturally happens.
Come with us.
Yeah, it just naturally happens. He doesn't have to bitch.
Did you say come at it?
Yeah.
Come?
But yeah, dude. If I were to say, like, it's a beam of approval, but if there was a miss, what would be the miss?
It won a lot of awards at the time. I think.
Yeah, dude, this movie's
Best Picture,
fucking
no?
great. Yeah.
Yeah, my rating's a little low, but I'll stick with it.
No, same.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's totally fine. Like I
Yeah.
said, like people like certain movies. Like for me, dude, like I went to the movie theaters to watch Lincoln, which was a whole historical fucking movie. The whole movie was dialogue, everything entirely dialogue, and I love like when I went to go see it, it was nothing but old people there. Yeah, and I fucking loved it. Yeah, so
like-
that's just
so like
that's just it.
Oppenheimer was literally all dialogue.
Yeah.
If you seen Oppenheimer, bro, that's a 3-hour movie. And I
I
liked
haven't
it.
seen that one.
But
I
holy,
haven't seen that
you
one.
know,
Oppenheimer?
it was so fucking.
I heard it was good too.
It was
Yeah,
good, bro. It was
yeah, it
good,
won a
but
lot
it
of
was
awards.
so fucking long. I was like,
That was Barbenheimer weekend.
Oh, that's right. Huh?
Yeah.
They were competing. Yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
should
I
watch
probably
that
got
one.
to check it out.
Yeah. That's
All right,
good.
so that was our review for Gladiator 1. Next week we'll do
See-
Gladiator 2. So, all right. So thank you for tuning in, episode 15. Hope you guys have a good one, and deuces later.
I love you.